All right, guys, I want to give you some context to what you just saw. And I feel the need to give a little bit of extended context because I don't know who the guy is. He's big white muscle guy. He's online, big on YouTube, that does these gym disrespect things, has a hat on backwards like his. Damn head's about this big around. Very effeminate muscle guy. Anyway, I don't want him picking us up and ragging the hell out of us, which if he sees it, he probably will. I want to explain thoroughly what happened. We just went back to get in a gym. We weren't going to go back into a gym because these bastards here in Colombia, South America, cannot get past the faggot, Spanish synthesized dance music, and what'd you call it, blasting it in your face?
Yeah, they don't play music, they blast it.
Yeah, and you can't even hear. He wouldn't be able to hear me this close to me, or me him. So we left the last gym we were at. We were there several months, and well, quite a few months actually, right? So they kept blasting it and blasting it and blasting it. And there's a guy in there, he's 290 to 310 pounds. Big muscle guy. These jackasses couldn't fight their way through a plastic bag. They're effeminate. They love looking at themselves in the mirror constantly. So anyway, we worked out here for a month and a half, almost 2 months, and we can get all the work we need here. We don't have to be in the gym. Number one, we can't find anybody to spar. Nobody will spar him. They'll start to spar him. He lands one half-ass little powder puff punch on them, and they want to cry for Mama Mary.
And accuse us of,
yeah,
want to file a lawsuit against us.
Yeah, to file a lawsuit against us or something. So league boxing won't let him in. League boxing says he's too violent, but yet he's never really gotten a real fight with anybody in league boxing. No threats, no nothing. Joe just gets in he'll get in the ring and do his business, and they can't handle it. And they've said as much. They're like, oh, we'd have to get these boys some medical insurance, something which is not really standard here in Colombia, South America. And life insurance for folks is non-existent. They don't even have a concept of that. Many of them don't have any concept about medical insurance. So anyway, I made an agreement with a lady who I thought was the owner of this gym. I still do think she owns it. So first few days we're in there, we're working good. You can't hear a whole lot of background music, and we got these mics on to noise reduce the music. But you sure as hell started hearing it on this last video here, and it's way louder. I mean, it was noise reduced in these microphones, and you still heard it. I mean, it was very loud. A guy's been working in there the past couple of days. The music was real loud yesterday. It was louder today. So I went down there. I told the guy, I said, is the owner here? Because I just didn't even want to talk to the guy. I'm like, well, he just working the front desk or something. And he wasn't even working the desk. He's standing in the back on the first floor, not doing a damn thing except twiddling the thumbs on the telephone and bullshitting with one or two of the people. And we were up there for an hour in total time. He was right in the same spot, phone just still going the whole damn time. So I asked if the owner was there. No, and he said she's, so I'm sure it's her. He said she's not here. She's not going to be in today. And I said, can you do me a favor, man, and just cut the music down a little bit? Just cut it down some. I said, look, I made the agreement with her. Now, and it was in broken Spanish. My Spanish ain't great. I don't care to learn a bullshit language, to be honest with you. So I asked him real nice, can you please cut it down some? And then I told him, hey, we came in here last week. I did a walkthrough. I told the lady, we can't take this loud bullshit homo music. We can't do it. And that's why we left the last place. And the last place, the big guy, I was scared Joe was going to kick his ass, and that's why we left. Well, it had to leave today because I thought Joe was going to kick this guy's ass. And I come close to jumping him, and look at me. I'm an old man. But this cat wouldn't have stood a chance. He wouldn't have stood a chance. So I go down there, he's smiling at me. You know, normal Colombia bullshit. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, I'll cut it down. So I go back upstairs. It's not cut down. Then I'm thinking it's getting louder. And I swear I thought it got louder.
And it was.
So what happened when you went down there?
I went downstairs. I told him. Well, I actually didn't say anything. He was telling me, oh, I barely understood the old man. So I just caught him up and I said, what we're telling you is we've been here for a few days and the music's been alright. And lately, this past couple of days, it's been going up and up and up and up. And the music's gone like boom.
Yeah, and that's more bullshit. They don't understand, but you can understand when I talk in my Spanish, right?
Yeah.
He understood it too, and he did cut me off, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
See? And I let that go. And see, Joe's at the age now, he ain't letting this shit go. Just like when I was his age, I wouldn't let it go. And anyway, you go ahead and proceed, Joe. Sorry.
I just did this. The music went up like this, boom. And he tells me, you calm down, you calm down. So I stood there, I waited a little to try and see what this guy was going to say. He starts telling me he can't control the music. He's got a phone and he's clicking the music up and down, and then he tells me,
right in front of you, right in front of him.
And tells
he's
me,
controlling the music speakers in there from his effing telephone.
And tells me, sorry, this is just how it is. I can't cut it up nor down. This is just how it is. And so I just didn't want to listen to more lies, because that's the only thing they know how to do here. Lie, 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 and lie, and lie. So I walked off, went back upstairs, and, wrap it up.
Alright, so he got back upstairs with me, and you can hear him on the speaker. What'd he say? Don't get what? Would it calm down or something?
Yeah, it was like, you calm down, you calm down.
Yeah. So the little prick's an asshole. Anyway, there's some jiu-jitsu guys that were going up there, and I thought, we won't have fucking problems like that. We're not down at the jiu-jitsu hut. No disrespect to that. And the one guy is a friend of Joe's, and he could twist you up in a pretzel and submit your ass. Wouldn't touch Joe with a flagpole, and I don't blame him. I wouldn't if I was a jiu-jitsu guy, touch him with a flagpole either. Because chances are you're going to get your ass knocked out before you can get your hands on him. And Joe's way more imposing than he comes off on camera. In general, the way he carries himself, and when you watch him work his craft, it's kind of very much monumental, and it's imposing. And so anyway, I was like, well, you can hear me on the camera. I'm mad. And I'm mad because I asked this bitch, I said, you got to make sure that can't happen, that can't happen, that can't happen. If it ever happens, come get me. And then the bitch ain't there. And we're there 3 or 4 days, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we get the stuff up, we go downstairs, and I proceed to tell him he don't know what not being calm is all about. He has no idea. And the little effeminate's sitting there going, looking down at the ground, and then talking, well, blah, 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 fucking blah, 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 while he's looking down at the ground. And I told him in front of the whole gym, and he's probably over there flirting with the girls, I don't know. And the girls probably like him because he's a little queer. So anyway, they love effeminate men now. So anyway, I proceed to tell him, you know, be careful how you coming off with other people. And I told him that in a good way. I said, I'm not causing you no trouble. I said, but I know what the lady that owns the gym told us. You're making light of it. You think it's a big joke and it's real funny to you. And you need to be careful how you present yourself with us. We're not Colombians. We're not everybody else. And then he started jumping, well, he's offending Colombians. And I'm like, no, you're not getting where this is going. So I told him, and I had Joe perfectly translate it, and Joe got up in his face and translated it, that you are effeminate. You are a little queer. You are what we call back home a faggot. You are a sissy that hasn't been put in his place. And be careful, motherfucker, because if we clean your clock right now, there's a little recourse you have. Little to zero recourse. There's no justice here. So anyway, I told Joe, I basically had to drag Joe out of the place. I was like, Joe, no, Joe, no. And little faggot sitting there still got the same smile on his face. And that little cocksucker don't know how close he came to maybe meeting Jesus today. You know, people got to stop and think. And I know in the U.S., people don't act like they do, but generally they're in local government. You go down to the municipal building and you go run up on all kinds of effeminate jackasses that think they're over you, that act like just like that, just like this piece of junk. And anyway, I wanted to give context to you, a little bit of context to you, in case Waterhead tries to put us on a video or something. And you got to be respectful inside a gymnasium. And if you're doing something and you're doing it normal every day, and you make, as a gym owner, a commitment to one of your patrons, you need to follow through with that commitment, and you need to make sure that the people that work for you follow through with that commitment. There's gyms, they play Raising Hell music all the time. They got a lot of women in there doing aerobics, and a lot of effeminate men love doing it with them. And that's a good thing. Go to it, go for it. We just ask, and we're not going in where you're at. It's a simple process, so I just wanted to share some of that. Joe, I really thought you was going to kick the fuck up out of this guy. I talked to him like he's a man now. Really, I thought you was going to plaster this guy. And I'm glad, and I want to thank you in front of the world that when I pulled you back, you let me pull you back, that you're going to do what your dad tells you to do. And because we're not out here seeking violence, folks. We're seeking it in the ring, but we're not seeking it outside of it. We're just not seeking it. And there was nothing this man could have done, by the way. I'm toting a pistol. We got 3 cans of pepper spray betwixt us.
We got this.
And people are so stupid. And then, we both got these. And I'm quite the hero in this neighborhood. So many years ago, I actually ended up stopping 2 guys that were going around this very neighborhood. Now, it's been quite I was visiting here at the time, 15, 20 years ago. I was a lot younger, but I physically almost took out 2 guys with this after I got stabbed twice by them. And that's how we rock. That's how we roll. I'm not teaching him I'm not telling him to go into a gunfight with this or a knife fight, but I am telling him, be a man. And if you can't handle that up and around here, you don't need to be watching us. It was all I could do. And what's going through my head is, if he pulls away from me, he could physically send this guy to a going to Jesus meeting just like that. And I'm so glad I got him out of there. People, you need to be careful. We all do. We do too. On who you run up on. Because you might run up on a guy that's telling you and explaining to you the real deal. And you may get yourself really, really monumentally messed up, or you, as well as us, may have a going to meet Jesus meeting. And nobody needs that. You shouldn't push nobody to where they feel like they have to be violent to you. And I'm going to tell you, all this smiley and little laughy bullshit, we don't take it. We don't take it. That guy's extremely lucky. So we'll be working out here at the house again for a while. We will be back in the U.S. in January. And almost immediately I'm going to have Joe competing. And you're going to see, because he's going to be knocking the hell out of everybody that comes along. And we're going to be proud to show you that. For those of you, we've had some people say, oh, well, you ain't went through enough hell. And, like coming up in the street of Baltimore, and get the hell out of here with that bullshit, because nobody wants to hear it up in here. We're all stocked up on crazy in here. And you don't know what we've been through in South America here. You ain't got a clue. If your ass grew up on the streets of Chicago, up in near Brooklyn or Harlem, or east side of Baltimore, or Compton, I can assure you we've been through more crap than what you think you've been going through. You've just went through craziness. We've been going through real damn violent, volatile shit every day.
It's like a war zone.
Like a war zone, that's right. Just like a war zone.
Like Baltimore and Chicago on steroids.
Yeah.
Or Baltimore being the little kid and this place being a grown adult.
Yeah. That's what it's like. And we're not discounting anybody that's come up through the street life and the thug life and the misery of the streets in the U.S. In any of these places. We're not discounting you. We're just trying to express to everybody the severity of the bullshit that we've been going through here. This is a way different ball game than anything you could conjure up in your little head back in the States. So we just wanted to say that. I don't even know how long we're going to make it when we do get back to the States without one or the both of us getting locked up and thrown in jail anyway. Because we don't take shit. And you get effeminate, you want to be offendful. It's terribly difficult for us to walk off, but I'm happy with myself today that I pulled him back and got him out of that gym before he really, really bashed this guy's head in. And look, folks, here about a year and a half ago, you did bash a guy's head in the gym. He almost killed a guy in the gym. And kid coming, it wasn't a kid, I mean, he was a grown adult, and a guy coming up there jerking the equipment around, acting like a fucking idiot and yelling, and Joe said, hey, cut it out. And the guy said, what you gonna do? And Joe beat the shit, got up on Joe, and Joe beat the fucking hell out of him. The guy had to have 2 women come rescue him out of there. So we just wanted to let you know a little bit about what's going on, what we're about. It's just constant bullshit. You do not want to keep allowing South Americans into our country or your country if you live in Britain. You don't want it. And what both countries need to be working on now is getting the people the hell out, getting everybody back from where the hell they came, and make them go back and get everything in a natural working order again.